Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Texans going up against the Patriots. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the defending Super Bowl champs introduced to this fired-up crowd here in Foxborough as the Patriots get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here. Tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their rookie QB, the former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Miller, he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And let's look here at the Houston offense.
When you think of the Texans, you think this is a team that likes to throw the football. In 2016, though, they weren't very good at it. 29th overall in passing, but they were 8th in rushing. So let's see if they lean on the running game to start this contest, and they're hoping to get more consistency throwing the ball downfield.
On second down, here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, here's Miller. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. A quick look here at the Patriot defense.
Because New England's offense is always one of the most dominant ones in the NFL, their defense often gets overlooked, but it's very cerebral in its approach, almost like an amoeba. Wherever you need to go to shut down an offense, that's how they gear their defense. So if you run the ball real well, they're going to take that away from you. If you throw it real well, they're going to take that away first. And then whatever you do to counter it, they always seem to have an answer as well.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's Watson, right side, caught Fedorowicz. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Watson on third down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take it across midfield and down. The 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 8 catches, 104 yards.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he's off to a hot start here in his first month, and those are the kind of performances you expect to see going forward. He was a cover guy for Madden in 2016, but I don't think Gronk saw that as being his highlight for the year. What did he have, 25 catches for the season? Only 8 games, went down for good right before Thanksgiving. You know he must be back with a vengeance in 2017.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him. Set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Brady to throw on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now out comes Houston. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught, Fedorowicz. And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flushed out right. That complete to Lamar Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the 1st drive here, picking up the 1st to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turned out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Now a handoff to Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Watson to throw on second down. His throw incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Third and long. It's Watson. The catch made by Miller. And down he goes. Taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. And we'll return to Foxborough after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. No back out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
20! Wait, 20!
They try again with Lewis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends. can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
They'll run it here. This is James White. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One way to get recognition, partner, make some big plays. Bernardrick McKinney was the only player in the NFL last year with at least 100 tackles and 5 or more sacks. It's a big, long linebacker in the middle, but boy, does he have the ability to bend and make plays.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady now on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Brady gives this one to Lewis. Oh, he shifts past him. Dion Lewis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
And what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Miller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Let's go.
Here's Watson now on second down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And, oh, boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the backup Savage. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to pump the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
2 yards to go here on third down. Brady going to try and throw on third down. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Patriots pick up the first down. Brady to Amendola. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. And that's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On second down, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Brady to Gronkowski, cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First down.
Now they'll run with Lewis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just ends in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Andrew Luck with one touchdown pass thus far. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
To throw on second down, Brady. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On third and long, it's Brady. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defense. They got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on fourth down, Brady will yield to JagsTMFL's for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
names for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables. Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point try for JagsTMFL. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Savage now to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Shane Leckler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Patriots are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Texans didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Now 2nd and 8. Griffin's wide open, able to make the grab. And he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 46-yard line. Third down from inside the 30. Watson's going to complete the pass, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Drive. Miller's got it on the run, and he counts off the 7-play drive with the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Patriots ball early in the 2nd. Lewis is going to bust out into open space. He caps off the 7-play drive with the score. 1st and 10. Savage is under pressure and throws the pick. McCourty's the one who would run it back for the score. Patriots up by a touchdown. Second half still to come. Let's get back up to Foxborough with Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Andrew Luck, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that's caught. It's Edelman again. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On play action, it's Brady. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brady now on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that'll bring up second down. They run. This is Lewis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So on fourth down, Brady will yield to Gronkowski for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed his first couple hits there and puts his team up by more.
And while it wasn't absolutely crucial at that point, how great is that for his confidence to finally put one through the post?
Gronkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected. But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they'll try the air now with Savage. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. They go play action with Miller. Now it's Savage. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Novak to tack on the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Novak out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Three yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jadeveon Clowney from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go.
The first down throw coming. Savage. And that'll be incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd and 10, Savage setting up the screen for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, it's Savage. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Play clock winding down. Now Savage. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Savage now. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Savage from the 50. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders went a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Second down now after the incompletion. This is Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A play fake to Miller. Now Savage. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. Savage on first. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Second down following the incompletion. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. They go play fake. Now Savage. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to. You and others just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Brady. And a dump off to White. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
As we well know, James White was an absolute man in the Super Bowl, but boy, his regular season wasn't bad either. Had 60 catches.
60 catches, more than Martellus Bennett, more than Chris Hogan, something that went overlooked in his arsenal. This is Lewis. And some room to maneuver. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 52 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the gun, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. There's Savage on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Savage. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off of play action. Savage. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Holding offense.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Again throwing. It's Savage. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Savage. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now inside the red zone, Savage. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Novak is on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Novak out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Going underneath for Lewis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Wait, 20.
Now Lewis. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Again, it's Lewis. A big hit. Knocked down sideways around the 37. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. And New England has a first down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Brady going to throw here, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And that one goes the way of the Saints. Drew Brees, he was on fire. 5 touchdown passes. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Patriots, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.